Alright, so I'm here, erased the battery a little bit, but then it coincided with having a moment. So I took a second, let the battery charge. So I was trying to feel a little better. Hey, Resurrection, while you're here, I have a question. If you got a second. Hmm. Resurrection has vanished. Barely enough. Ugh, so, yeah, mm, not really. Not really. There's not much that strikes me as weird the past 3 or 4 days. Just the same shit. Rinse, repeat. I don't know. Duh. I have no idea. Good Lord. Right today. Or this evening. Something. Right? Yeah. Oh, there it is. Nice. Yeah, I'm stuck somewhere between giving that attention and not today, honestly. I think I'm probably just gonna pass. So goofy. So goofy. They do what? Man, I gotta stop touching the fucking buttons. What? What the fuck? I'm gonna learn about touching those damn buttons. Holy shit. Oh my god. These streets are something else today. Apparently, Resurrection. It happens a lot around here. And you still here? Alright. So, question. Oh, since you're around Resurrection, maybe one or two. Y'all are really feel off. I thought maybe I feel a little better today. I did for a whole hour. Looks like, and that's about all I was given to feel okay. I feel terrible again. No, I think after I get off here in a little bit. Uh, oh, creatively, I'll stay up, making sure that, you know, everything was safe and such. Wow. Anyway, But yeah, I think I might take a nap. No, my coffee's over there. It's so far away. Oh, they must be doing some sort of trips out that way. Hmm. There's always crazy going on the streets. Resurrection. It's the YouTube streets. Resurrection. How long have you watched me or followed me? What do you think? Alright. On a religious scale, right? You ever known me to be religious of any kind? Like, or a part of any organized religion? Or to believe in anything as far as, yeah, no, not at all. Resurrection says. You've seen me, right? Be like, yeah, I don't do the woo woo shit. None of the organized anything. I'm pretty sure about right stated I'm not anything. And not big on psychics, weirdos, people who believe they are, witches, warlocks, wizards, anything else. Man, I just got through this. What the fuck they did? I don't know, Resurrection. I don't know what the hell they're trying today. How many of y'all in here know how I feel about the Bermuda Triangle type of goofy or anybody, like, Bigfoot hunters, cave people, conspiracy theories. I'm pretty sure everybody here knows that I don't do any of that. Right. And says, no belief in it. Exactly. Pretty well known fact. It's damn near in every video I've ever done on here or Facebook otherwise. Like everybody in my real life. And everybody online pretty well knows where I stand with all of those things. Y'all ever seen me rolling around these streets trying to put hexes or curses or threatening voodoo against anyone asking for a friend? What, Di? Are you telling me you've never seen me try to put hexes or curses or voodoo on any of these creators that are terrorizing, harassing? Are you sure? Are y'all sure you've never seen it? Surely you jest. My God, I do it all the time. What? Yeah, yeah, I think we're all absolutely positive it's never happened. Right now. Like I said, over today in these YouTube streams. Y'all ever seen somebody that's made it like their supposed whole like channel's mission to take down like tragedy pimps or lately the 400 reset of their channel supposedly calling Floppy out and that type of thing. They're always making calls on Floppy, doxing them, etc. Right? Right? Wasn't lately, wasn't it a hopping up and down mad thing? I'm gonna put your mama and your daddy, and I'm calling your dead sister, whatever, right? Calling them out for everything they've ever done, online, otherwise. Doxing them, doxing everybody around them, etc. Wasn't that what we've just witnessed on certain channels for 63rd time? And just recently, didn't we just watch that? Yeah. So why then would this person's channel suddenly be questioning or upset about who, what, when, or why someone else calls in or does anything sloppy? And then suddenly tries to, like, attempt to interrogate the shit out of you about everything while mentioning and flagrantly advertising once again in the past week or two. One of the worst little fucking cretin channels who's ever existed, that targeted and tormented the shit out of you and your children and was being fucked with back by the person they were fucking with, but often has the worst fucking information on earth. Why would they advertise for that again lately? Now that certain people are pissy again, because you told them for the 400th time, ain't nobody ever gonna be friendsies. Now all of a sudden they're advertising, sharing their videos, but they make sure to mention it in their interrogation post today while somehow supporting Floppy that, I don't know. Anybody got any fucking, can anybody make this math work? I can't. I can't today. I mean, I can, but I can't. You know what I mean? A lot. I'll tell you. Just a lot. You think that's what's happening that way, Resurrection? Because I'm sure you know what the hell I'm talking about, right? I'm sure you've seen what I've seen. You think that that one's being threatened by Floppy too? No, excuse me, God. I'm sorry. And I know you watch and look where I watch and look off and on. But I keep being tagged. It's one of the few I still allow text from. Mm, but if that were the case, wouldn't it have threatened it during the extreme targeting from that supposedly towards Floppy recently? For the 1400th bazillionth time in 19 months or whatever. Yeah. Well, you'd hope it wouldn't be all for show from this particular channel. And I know what you mean about not taking their infights and bullshit seriously. Ever. And trust me, I know. Unfortunately, we all know I know. Just, I don't know who you're talking about, but no, it's not a shit. Definitely not. It's like, damn, somebody riding a lawnmower, but no, this is an actual motorcycle. Whatever. Ow. Because I guess I'll give it 5 minutes. But I don't know what this shittery is about, okay? Mm, I don't know, it's a thing going around lately. It's always going around, especially on weeks like these, isn't it? Especially around us. It's what they do, man. So, y'all, I would love for any of this to make sense. Really, I would. Now, Carl appears to be having some sort of moment. I don't know if Carl's just having a bad day, bad week, since this is the second tag. Whatever. I'm not gonna lie, straight up ignored the first one. I damn near ignored this one. Till somebody else come along and inform me I'm supposedly some sort of fucking witch or something. Because you see, I noticed some things there a couple weeks ago. I believe right before Christmas, where attempted shares videos, but then immediately deleted, but then hesitation and gas and back. It's all part of this thing that's shaking. Anyway, so if y'all could help me do the math here, I appreciate it. This whole thing, Carl, we'll just read it out loud. Well done, Jody Sue Brown. Now can you stop messing us about and bad mouthing us everywhere you go, please? I don't recall visiting any other panels, or I don't know who the fucking us is. whatever, because I don't know who the fuck that includes anymore, okay? Because there's always changing clothes over there. The incognito mode vanishes, the black crowd, I don't know, they come and go over there. So who knows who us includes at this point in the timeline for Carl. Can't listen to you anywhere without you sneaking your Karen jabs in. Well, for starters, I've not really been anywhere. Uh, don't recall getting any Karen jabs in lately. Uh, this is my only problem with you. But it makes me wonder what your motive is for it. Well, Carl, since I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, I don't, I don't know. I stumbled upon a CZ time video of a combo you had with her. And in it, you're going on like Fiona is an idiot. Look, for starters, Carl, I know you're well aware of what CZ is to us, okay? And I know for some reason, since I told her recently, once again, for the forbidden time, we weren't going to be friendsies, and she's kind of turned a little red again, that you've suddenly been advertising for her and posting her vids like you did the other day, and I called her an idiot. Not Fiona, but CZ. Um, because it was late info. Stacy was never in a fucking hotel. Even you know that, Carl. Right? But you played that piece anyway, knowing it was wrong. I don't know. Okay? Because you watch enough to know. Okay? So I don't know why you're advertising for one of the worst little critters suddenly again after. I don't really care either. I just find it a little sketch. I mean, you enjoyed the dots, Carl. Me, not so much. So you shouldn't have a problem understanding how that might come across. Alright. And we've already had this Fiona thing go down. I don't even know why I'm rehashing it, Carl. And a lot of things with CZ were always mentioned anyways, because we weren't friendsies, Carl. Okay. It's a thing. And the way in which I operate and how I do so, entirely up to me. We've already done this Fiona thing. This is a nothing burger. Knock that off. I've not even mentioned Fiona in eons. Okay? Knock that whole fuck off. We already had this conversation. You came over here. We had it. We've talked since. You're bringing it back up again. I have not. I've not even spoken Fiona's name. I don't even know what her. I don't even know, man. Okay. So why are you bringing it up when it's not been brought up? I don't know. You tell me. And then, have you got a bachelor's degree in law, Jody? Well, Carl, we all obviously know I do not. I don't know what kind of question that is, nor do I care. It's not relevant to me. I don't really give a shit about this question. Okay? It means nothing to me, and I don't care who else does either, Carl. So that's filler. Have you actually called the police on Scam Thon? Yeah, Carl. Yeah, we have. I don't know what the fuck is going on about this shit either. Have you contacted the interstate reps? I absolutely have, actually, Carl. Yes. Have you written to CHRS? No, Carl. I've not written to them. Okay. Was I supposed to? Did I miss a letterhead? Was there a fucking memo sent out? Because I don't recall working with you all or whatever it is you have going over there in that capacity. You never even reached out and emailed anything like that. So I don't know what that is. But why in the hell would I write to them? I don't know. We're not a collective like that. You and I and everybody else, we don't do that together. So I don't know why you're asking. Have you got an addiction to pissing people off for no reason? You know what, Carl? Um, Generally people that I've pissed off, uh, or trying to piss me off for no real reason say shit like that. I don't really know, but I don't know about an addiction, but I have a tendency to piss people off for, I don't know. I rub some people the wrong way. Um, YouTube streets are filled with them, including your buddy CZ over here. And those that I don't want to be Jenna, like Esquid or anything that I don't want being my Buffalo Bills or frenzies with or playing patty cake with or, or who can't understand how it is that I'm different than you and that I can't play in the same kitty litter box the same way you can. Because I'm me, you're you, I'm here. There's only certain things I can do. Right? Let me see. Have you got any? What was that bullshit about Chris McDonough that you slipped in your bed last night? I, I don't know which piece you're referring to, but I damn near bet it's not the first time I've mentioned McDonough. I mean, why are you calling it, bullshit? Are you saying what was that bullshit about Chris McDonough? Are you taking up for McDonough? Was it something bad? Are you defending McDonough? What's happening here, Carl? What is this? Are you talking about the piece I've shown a million times where they had the fake McDonough and in the Discord, and then I showed the message from the actual McDonough being like, nope, it was not me in the Discord type thing. That one, because it was really I don't. There was a couple of places where McDonough got brought up by other people. Showed those in receipts. That didn't necessarily mean I was, and that was during other parts of receipts that mattered, as I was showing those. And I think a couple of those I made clear I didn't believe the bullshit they were trying to sell on that front. So I hope that's explanation enough for you. Who was you talking to in that one? Oh, so okay. What was that bullshit about Chris McDaniel? So you were talking about one of the receipts I was showing, and where somebody else saying something, and I probably mentioned, didn't necessarily buy whatever the fuck was being sold, whatever, I don't know. Either way, why do you want to know who I was talking to? Why do you need to know that? I don't know. I don't know what you're asking. I don't know why you're asking. You see how much context is there? I mean, because there's been quite often that, you know, things have been shown, receipts have been shown, that type of shit, and just because somebody else says something, whatever, doesn't necessarily mean I'm buying it. Anyway, why does your attitude stink towards us? Who the fuck is us, once again, okay? And I think my attitude's just fine when suddenly you're advertising like arch nemesis over here. Weird stuff, okay, buddy? I've not even been mentioning you or anything, really. I don't recall any moment on my recent vids where I've been like, oh, Carl and whoever else is or whatever. I don't recall doing any of that. We're not gang gang. Well, who the fuck said you were gang gang? Did I say you were gang? I don't recall it. What? Did I say this on live? I don't know. We have never ridiculed you. We've only ever had to say, what the fuck are you talking about, lady? Um, that's a pretty common theme on the YouTube streets. But once again, that's out of context. Although maybe you should have come and asked for clarification if you had those moments. I could go on all week, but don't. I just lose 40 subs every time I fart your name. Well, Carl, if that's the case, then and 40 subs are important to you, then maybe just simply stop saying my name. That simple, but you made a whole post. You've made two, actually. Just in the past day or two, it looks like. So, it's pretty simple solution there. Stop saying my name. Did you go and read the 4 questions in my CHRS letter video? You know what, Carl? I really didn't. I didn't. I noticed you tagged me it, but I have other things that are occurring here on the ground, as I'm sure you and others are well aware of, in the past 24, 48 hours. Do you see my point? You know, Carl, you have so many. I don't think so. Can you tell me if you think it's such a conspiracy that this event may have been ritualistic and you deny believing in rituals, but I have screenshots of you saying you were dancing under moonlight naked, putting voodoo spells on people. Carl, goddammit, if you have screenshots of me saying I'm naked under the fucking moonlight, putting voodoo spells on people, I would love to see it. Now, the only way in which this may feasibly exist is if, I don't know, Squall, somebody like that was on Facebook at one point, got some sort of goofy post for me, you know, being goofy with my friends on Facebook or something like that. Much like the whole Klan pop-up post where then suddenly the whole world believes I'm Klan, you know, that fucking shit. Have I ever been naked in the woods? Oh, yeah. I highly recommend it. It's very free. But I was not, let me repeat this, girl. I was not, doing voodoo or whatever. Trust me on this one. For sure. Okay. And I don't know what event was ritualistic. The Scamathon? What event? Because if you're talking about Summer and her vanishing, I'm gonna go with a no, Carl. Because I don't believe in that shit. And then that you followed up with your actual own words, Jody, but a question mark. Well, if you're questioning if they're my own fucking words, but you're accusing me in the same sentence, that's a good Pizzagate drop in the water for the woo-woos that are threatening to cut off parts of my body in your comment section can be like, ooh, so see, she's into the voodoo and rituals. Oh, Carl dropped the pebble for rituals, and then here Jody Sue is, and she's suddenly naked in the woods, putting voodoo spells on people. Yeah, that's a real good thing to put out to people that follow you, Carl, that believe in things like that and then already want to cut off parts of our body. You know, the ones you had to delete because they were so bad the other day. So that's pretty dangerous on your part to be putting out conspiracy and pebbles like that directed at. Why are you doing that? I mean, I know you know these things. Why are you doing that? That aside, why I keep crapping on the only people who line up with you do the scammers and gang behavior. You know what, Carl? I'm not crapping on you. I don't know who the only people are because I couldn't even tell you who all you people are because you just keep coming and going everywhere. All right. And we've never really communicated like that, have we, Carl? And I don't recall ever making some giant posts like this, tagging you in some shit repeatedly, just putting out weird stuff, supporting your fucking enemies, and then sharing your video to do it. It's very wet to me right now. Never made a whole video about you shit. I don't know, Carl. Seems a little strange. Uh, and Carl, here's a fun fact. Okay, do you remember before you and I ever even spoke? I mean, I knew you were because they kept eliminating you from all chats and all that. You know, didn't want you out in their scamathon, much like they didn't want me doing the same or the others who were doing it. You notice that before anybody ever lined up, that Jody Sue was doing that too, separate of you or anyone else or the whole fucking world, and they started me like, I've never required your assistance, your whatever support or otherwise. I mean, I don't see you jumping up and down in every chat where somebody calls me a liar or does whatever on the scamathon or the fake fed or what. I don't see you jumping up and down those chats going, "Nuh-uh, Jody Sue's telling the truth." I still don't see you doing it. So what do you mean by support? Exactly. I get it that on your channel you're like, yeah, you know, all these things they've lied about on her. She's clearly, even the creators have said, no, you know, she said no to this, no to that, refuse this, refuse that. Jody Sue's helped call this out. She's broken down. I get it. But also then you go do stuff like this and accuse me of shit I'm not doing. I don't know. You're putting pebbles in ponds that I don't know what you're doing. You're everywhere, okay? Anyway, scammers, gang behavior. Why do it? Question mark. I think I just covered that. I'm not. But when you keep tagging me and you want a response, I'm sure you can then say this is me somehow shitting on you, treating you like you're an idiot, being whatever, when I'm just totally exhausted by the games and the stupid shit. That's it. So you'll try to take this as an attack and roll with it. Be like, look, you're shitting on us. No, I'm not. You really put me in this shit, and you know half of it anyway. Why? Why are you doing it? I don't know. Alright. So anyway, why dance under moonlight doing spells? Oh, there's another pebble. Excuse me, Carl. You know I'm an atheist, right? I know you do. And I know you've clearly heard me say many times on Bigfoot, Triangle, QAnon, Wayfair, all the bullshit. Conspiracy theories, I don't do that part of it. And you and I only agree on certain things, and then the rest we don't, and that's fine. But you know where I stand on all that bullshit. Clearly, just as most do who follow me. But yet you chose to continue to put this in here and all that. It's a little strange, Carl. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Satan. I don't believe in anything in between. Like Earth, people, humanity, bro. Earth people humanity. That's it. Ain't no fucking voodoo, witchcraft, spells. Shit's goofy as the day is long. Yeah, break, Carl. Okay, so why do it? Why dance under moonlight doing spells? And then that is gang behavior if ever I've seen it, but will allow for sensible explanations, although one does not exist. Carl, gang behavior is keys on terrorizing, harassing, etc. people around real crimes. Going real life on them for cash apps. Someone dancing in the moonlight is not gang behavior. And you know damn good and well why are you doing this? This is straight garbage. You and I both know it. Why? Come on. And yeah, there is a sensible explanation for it. It doesn't fucking exist. So, therefore, there is no need to explain it. And you and I both know this. And then you're correlating it back to gang behavior for me. But then up there, earlier, you're saying you're not gang. What are you trying to pull here, Carl? I have one problem with this call you made reporting me. You have a problem with anybody calling and reporting Benny? You, of all people. You're kidding me, right? You serious right now? Shouldn't you be jumping up and down as much as you're attacking Floppy all the time? Threatening his kids, doing this, talking that, mom and dad, blah blah blah, business this, sister that, granny this, whatever. You're always calling in on Floppy yourself and reporting things against Floppy in your country and in this one. He just struck your channel and the reason it's coming down. How many days you got left? 3, 4 before it comes all the way down? And you of all people want to ask me. And didn't he strike you for attacking him or whatever, him and TM? Remember? When you gave out their old addresses, not the new ones. When you supposedly doxed them under their old addresses, and then that's what they struck you for the other day. And if for some reason you got a 14-day reprieve before your channel comes down. You of all people right now have a problem with how or when somebody called in on Floppy. Okay. Why would you need to call this in like this and tell them Benny's name if you, well, generally you do tell them their name, Carl, as you well know, as many times as you call in on Benny yourself. Even though you're all the way in another country, you're not around missing your creator, right? And you don't go through what gang here puts everybody else through around these actual crimes and things. Um, anyway, but you generally do tell uh, Ellie, and I mean, they ask for that kind of criteria. You should know this. So, why would you need to call this in like this and tell them Benny's name if you've been talking and corresponding with agents and officials all this time? It's a rather weird question. What can you say, Carl? Hmm. Take it how you will, Carl. That seems rather diggy. And like you're trying to cast doubt on things. Carl, I do things in my own way, in my own time. Have I ever asked you how, when, where, why you call in on, well, anyone really, including Benny? Have I ever come over and asked you how you call in on Fizz or TM or any of the others that, you call out, do whatever with? I ever asked you how you, or questioned how you're contacting officials? Have I ever asked you once how you're actually doing it? Or who your contacts are? Have I ever asked you that, Carl? Ever made a whole post wondering out loud from the public who all you've contacted, how, by what methods, etc. Whatever? No, I'm not. So are you? Who are you to ask me that? Oh, it couldn't possibly be because maybe you and this place are always wondering who, how, what, when, where. Right? Hey, I've got things ready by an email. Can I have your contact, or is there somebody you trust? Right, Carl. Carl, maybe sometimes around here, when you're one of us instead of a creator, it's more helpful um, to make sure calls go in for other reasons that I owe you no explanation for, nor YouTube, nor Home Slice over there. I have my own way of doing things. So does everybody else around this. And by that, I mean the people that are being tormented, terrorized, etc., and law enforcement and others around someone. So I don't know who you are to ask any of that. What the hell does that matter? You want to know why? Because you want to cast out. It seems like a very casted out thing. Right? It's kind of what it has that flavor of, doesn't it, Carl? Why would you do that? I don't know. Would you have not just told your contact? Which one, Carl? Right? Which one? And maybe sometimes other things are helpful in the way in which they're done. It needs to be done, sir. You'd think as many times as you called in on the floppy, you'd have your own contact, direct methods. You think as much as you're calling in stuff to state officials makes you. I don't know. You'd think if you were truly doxing floppy and TM and you doing under their new addresses. It may be a simple answer to a simple question, but I thought you had much better direct lines of contact and contacts than this suggests. I want to know, Carl, how you correlate me calling in about some shitty ass, threatening, crazy. You even call him a bad person. He's like, what, an essayer or this, that. You say he's dangerous. You put out far worse about Floppy than anybody else does, right? But apparently, your issue here is or I don't know where you're going with this. I thought you had much better direct lines of contact and contacts than suggest. I don't know, Carl. You're assuming a whole lot with that too. This cast doubt, double-edged thing here that for the 40th time in this paragraph. This other pebble. How do you know who I called? How do you know what else going behind anything? What's truly going on here in the ground, right? And I realized you don't, Carl, because I aired a little bit of a snippet of audio. Doesn't give you a clue to any of that. Mm-mm. Does it? Nope, it doesn't. And what's it in your business, Carl? How, when, what, where? You'd think you'd just be happy if somebody reported the dude that's taking down your channel in a couple days. That you are always on the rails about, his pan tattoo, how he's into the ritual thing, how he's screwing up Summer's case, how he's doing all this. You'd think you'd just be happy if somebody else is calling it in. It wouldn't matter by what name. So what's all this anyway? What is this? I don't know, Carl. I may be missing something. Yeah, you're missing a lot of something because you're Carl. You're not Jody Sue. You're not here. You're not around us. You're still Carl. You're over there, and half the time you're posting pieces about how Summer's not even real, or the pictures of her are somebody else's child or an actor dressed up as her, or how all of us, I guess including me, are crisis actors, and it's all fake, and Summer's not real. To the degree that you're calling shops in Gatlinburg, she was at Days Pride to ask why there's a little boy dressed up in so I don't know, Carl. Okay, all I can tell you is you're Carl. I'm Jody Sue. Um, think about it. All this time you could have been driving documents to relevant departments for us collectively. For starters, Carl, I'm not part of you or your fucking collective. I'm also not your goddamn gopher or driver. I'm not your goddamn mailman. I'm not any of that. Alright? Nor have you ever contacted me. Okay? Like that. So, I don't know who the fuck you think you are. Or why you'd be like, all this time you could have been making yourself available. Do I look like your fucking bitch, bro? Seriously, do you know how disrespectful that is? You could have been making yourself available. Like, do I look like your fucking personal bitch, motherfucker? Yeah, I don't know. And once again, Carl, I'm me and you're you. I'm real life. Live here, community. Summer's real. The case is real. I can only do certain things involving the scamathon because of my relation to certain things. Certain things in person, like my interaction with and all that. With all of these people that are distant to you and paperwork only, many people here are real life people to me, and I have met them face to face. And because of the way in which I connect to Summer's case, because that's what this is actually about, the reason that the scamathon matters is because, for starters, that's fucking wrong. But do you remember why I started hunting these people, Carl? It's because they didn't get the shit there. And were fucking Summer over in her reward fund. And I told them if they didn't get every penny to that reward fund in Summer's name, I was going to hunt them to the end of the earth. So see, even in that, it was about Summer. Still is. You can work it on the mathematics skill, right? You can do whatever you want there. That's not my end. Mine is these tragedy pimps and the bullshit they pulled in it, and the stiffest aspect where it concerns their workers. And them doing what they did around her and are still doing around her case, and everybody in the damn community. Like all these people that we know and etc. So I can only do certain things from certain aspects because I'm not going to screw up. Certain things that could lead back to summer and stuff, or get involved in certain aspects that I can't and will not. And have, been advised not to touch certain parts of that shit. However, I do know that as a whole, Carl, just like I've told you before, we're some of the only ones that can do certain things inside of that scandal, which is why the whole blackmail letter and extortion shit and all that exists too, right? Is because they know there's a certain time frame and threatened to do that, and when we did, started getting blackmailed again, huh? And threatened. You remember that part of this bullshittery, the pink gloves letter, that whole thing? Yeah, Pepperidge Farm remembers, Carl. You should too. So obviously somebody somewhere in Tragedy Penville has a problem with that, eh? I don't. What the fuck do I look like UPS, bro? I don't get it. And then you want to know if I've contacted CHRS lawyers to make yourself available to provide documentation to them to help the court case. Carl, I don't think you even are understanding how any of this works. And how, I, you know, but that's another little, oh, doubt this, that, whatever. Like, Lord. And when you got Fizz and all them, right, and all this, who are attacking us on the degree and doing all the things they're doing around Summer's case to all of us, Carl, and you have those crazies and their YouTube fuckery, right, around us and whatever. And then in the background the whole time they're telling you that they're trying to set up Churchill Rescue Squad, the mayor, police department, Elmo, I don't know. Yeah, you know, mm. And I mean, you and your team should have all that well under control. Once again, this is a Diggy wondering what and if and who and where, trying to dig and trying to see type of shit, Carl. Come on. You could have been a big help, but you're pretty much unapproachable. Unapproachable by who, Carl? Because, I mean, I avail myself to all law enforcement, federal agents, etc., all times, day or night. So, anybody else involved in Summer's case and otherwise who wants to speak or talk to or call or do whatever. So, I don't know what you mean by unapproachable. I don't know. We go to listen and get our ears burnt. Oh, so you mean by you all? No. I listen to you just fine. We've talked just fine. You could have come at any point and talked to me just fine as well about any of this. But all this is not a this situation. It's a something else type of situation, isn't it, Carl? Do you see my disappointment, Carl? I honestly, I don't know what you're disappointed in here, other than your own assumptions. You also apparently wanted to know everything in the background or who contacts are, and digging and trying to get answers out in the open or to trigger responses that give tragedy pimps clues into what this and the other and contact. None of this is necessary, right? None of it. Half of it's not even relevant. Part of it's just pebbles and pawns. The voodoo bullshit's just that. Spells is just that. You're suddenly upset somebody's called in on Floppy for being a real danger in their real life, and getting up to the worst shenanigans against them for, I don't know, what, like 19 months now, Carl? Um, do you see my disappointment? I just, I mean, it looks like you've disappointed yourself. I don't know what all this is, but this is crazy. There's really no need in any of it, other than to advertise for the arch nemesis. I guess build that back up again. Very recent new thing you're doing. I don't even know. Because you and I know that piece you put out with the stuff with her was. We know Stacy Slape was never in the movie. Why'd you do that? That's weird. Why were you sharing and deleting vids there right before? I don't know. You know, you ever talking about ritualistic moonlight voodoo? You know, I ain't like that at all, in the least. You know better. Because what was it you were just screaming at me in my chats not a month ago? And that I was supposedly having some sort of, like, I wasn't what? That I was being mean or some way because the Bermuda Triangle's making fun of you. So now what? Now you're gonna put out the, even though you were screaming at me like a month ago about not agreeing with you on Bermuda Triangle stuff and seemingly making fun of you or something. And now you're gonna go on the opposite end and swear up and down I believe in things like that? Which is it, Carl? You know this doesn't make sense, right? And that I see it, right, Carl? I'm asking for friends. And then Carl puts this above. He shares my video. Alright, from last night. With little bits of one of the several calls. I made last night. Not the chats with journalists, not any of the rest. I made like other things. Nope. Boy, he knows everything out here. Whatever this is. You know, Carl, I have questions too. I have questions like, lately, why have you been putting out, like, you say you say my name on it. I can, a recent one of those I can name is when you put out a video, hopping up and down mad during your week-long anti-floppy campaign here, right before him and TM struck you and are taking down your channel type thing. And you put out a vid, swearing at me, he was saying what it was about you. He was calling you something had to do with the sex work services over in your country, I think is what your issue was. He was calling you something again, right? But man, you did the clip thing, right? And you made sure to include the part, and the clip would start, right? Like 2 or 3 minutes before he actually got to the itty bitty tiny part where he mentioned you, like as a blip. But before that, for 2 or 3 minutes, he's doing nothing but shitting on me. You remember that? And it was his bullshit about the whole 32 piece or whatever the fuck that was, right? But then the clip kept looping back and looping back and looping back on that, okay? But only once or twice did it play all the way through to where he blipped and mentions you and that over there. But you shared that, brought attention to it by being all hopping mad about what he said about you, but actually most of that video was him targeting this shit out of me and then it looping back over and over and over and over and over around the one spot on what he was saying about me. Only once or twice did it touch a little moment he actually spoke about you. Weird, huh? Seems to, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you here, it's not the first or second or third or fourth or fifth, sixth video I've seen that kind of transpire in. There's one quite a lot. I mean, look, I don't know. I know, Carl. It's all fine. You just do you, buddy. You just do you. Oh dear. I touched the button. Well, shit. I touched all the buttons, apparently. Oh gosh, it must be do. What? Right, it can't be. I'm not naked in the fucking woods. Dang. Oh shit! I just did a spell and it went dark. Oh fuck! Did y'all see that shit? Oh my god. They'll never believe me even if I told them that that was the computer having a fucking moment. They'll swear I'm gonna do it. Holy shit. Real life right now, I swear to God, some days around here. Some days. Because it really truly is still daylight, even though it looks like I just did some sort of voodoo spell and turned the whole sun out. I did it. I've got that kind of power, y'all. I got all the power. The babe with the power. Me and David Bowie were friends. He's my fucking spirit guide and shit. Didn't y'all know? Him and Freddie Mercury. Oh yeah, we're tight. We're tight in the realms, guys. Which actually is sort of like, if you do find me naked in the moonlight, generally what the hell I'm doing is, there's usually Freddie Mercury and David Bowie involved, I'm gonna be honest. So there's that. Please. Okay. Oh no, what's this magic, guys? What's this? Oh my god. Oh, how does it happen? Oh, what makes it happen? Oh my god. Holy shit. Magic! I've made all. Oh yeah. I hold the power of this song. Telling you what. Power of the fucking sun. What? No. I did it. It's a thing. Shit. You know, I do possess this type of magic. I probably had a voodoo spell up my ass to just bewitch some goddamn letters. Just UPS them right to the fake Fed right in Lawson's office. I should have made my services available, but I was too busy dancing naked in the woods with David Bowie and Freddie Mercury. Also perfecting my cat-like magic. Oh, you should see it. Also, this one where this like tanned leather smell, I can make it emit from this magical device. Now, I will tell you that one of my favorite smells that I generally have emit from this device, this magical thing here, is dragon's blood. It's what I go collect while I dance naked in the fucking moonlight in the woods. There's a cat. His name's Khajiit. He takes coins and he gives you this smelly stuff. And then I magic it right back here and I put it in this thing. I don't know where he acquires the dragons. He won't tell me the secret location. It's unfortunate. I would like to go collect them. Sadly, the elves nor Khajiit, the hobbitses, I won't tell. They're precious. This is real life. Yeah, I might be a little bit of a smart ass in my real life. I think I'm fucking hilarious, and this really all matters. But I assume if people want to do some shit all crazy like it, it doesn't even make sense. Doesn't it? I don't know. Shit's going a certain direction around here. I don't really give a fuck about that either. But if they're gonna do all that, like, I'm being smart ass. At least I can do it. It's so much better than putting up some giant nonsensical post. It's just that. Instead, for content. Otherwise, they would come over here in my chat like normal and talk to me about it, wouldn't they? Isn't that what Carl always does? Yes. Yes, it is. Carl also has my email. I know he does because it was sent eons ago, but everybody keeps pretending that doesn't exist. And I gave it out the other day, as a matter of fact, when Carl was in here. And I know we have that in here, screenshots of it, etc. But give it out and then take them back up. So, say that Carl wouldn't have had a method to communicate with me, just like always, instead of making that some sort of content paragraph. But Carl, not unapproachable. We talked about the last shit you flipped out about and come over here, right? This is what you choose to do instead. During a time that nobody was mentioning you. I didn't mention you. And even you said that was a fucking week ago for that bit. It's just, what? I don't even know, man. And you didn't say it mentioned you. You were just curious about everything else, but somehow that for you correlated into the call with Floppy on the night I put it out. Suddenly you want to commingle the two and put that piece out? What is happening? And you're somehow upset or curious about the methods and means of communications or reporting someone has. Floppy, of all people. Who struck your channel for reporting his, doxing his old address, and your channel supposedly just got a couple days left. Make that make sense, Carl. Just that alone. Make it make sense. Gotta come over and chat, bro. Anyway. Maybe you should ask instead. Maybe you should have made a whole giant ass post, Carl. Did you notice that one? I mean, I guess you noticed the bit I had up a week ago suddenly. You didn't notice the community post I put up from like 2 days ago, where your favorite person who's taking your channel down, and it should be down the next day or two, where he suddenly has what is only accessible by Stacy Slade on his account. That didn't pique your curiosity before anything else? Nope. A video from a week ago did. How and why report that same person who's part of the scamathon and whole bullshit that you yourself report often? That's what bothered you? But you didn't take notice of his own post showing that here's someone clearly close to Stacy Slade, has a picture from inside of her own Facebook that he put up as. How do you have access to that? Or, I mean, hell, just a couple days ago, you were putting up that wrong piece of CZ's where she wrongly thinks Slade's a real person and places her in the hotel room. Even though you, I, and the rest of the world know that never happened. Even what they admit is Slade's made up, and Slade's a couple people listen to her. We know this. Looks like one of them has access to Slade's Facebook, dude. Weird, huh, Carl? But you didn't notice that? For the scamathon purposes, for the fake Fed purposes around the scamathon, you didn't. And their setup of people and law enforcement and what they were telling you in the background, they were going to set up the mayor, Churchill Rescue Squad, the police department, all that. Because you cover all of that too. But that didn't catch your attention in any way. But you're questioning me about how and where, why, what. I report someone that, what? Make that make sense, Carl? Sweet Jesus. You'd think that Carl would have got hold of that, made a whole post on it, a video even, been jumping up and down and going, ha ha, Floppy, I got you now, I'm reporting this. But no, 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 no. Instead, he made a whole post, shared a video, and questioned me about how, when, where, what. I reported Floppy. Same guy who just took his channel from him for somehow doxing him under an old address he no longer lives with. So weird. Isn't it? Meanwhile, the brain cells I just spent with that could have been spent on things, quite frankly. Probably on getting my law degree or something. Maybe on the burning fires. Trying to figure out what happened to my real missing neighbor, who is definitely not a crisis actor surrounded by crisis actors and such. Although I will tell you, the one that does actually exist around here as a crisis actor is JLR. True story. I don't even know how the hell that guy exists, but it's the only one I know of in like that. Yeah. And I mean, tragedy pimps to a degree will obviously they're their own versions, but they're just a little tragedy pimping, you know? Not quite the same as JLR. Even I ain't little. Has anybody seen like, is he really on the run? No, what the fuck. Which, by the way, brings it back to Floppy, doesn't it? Setups of other even tragedy pimps if they don't do what, when, or why. Just for funsies, really, shits and giggles. That's what they do, right? It's so foggy out. Dang, bro. I'll be right back. I mean, Resurrection Rags, you're not wrong. Has he made a post asking Floppy about all his bullshit? Straight up narrative driven, twisty word calls to target and harass more people like he does Carl. Did he make a whole post about that? And then attach a video about me too? No, I, I don't think so. I don't think Carl's done that. I don't think Carl's done a video about his harassment, targeting her, many false calls, and fake swats and all that on us. Yeah, I don't think Carl's once done that. I don't think he's ever asked Floppy how or by what method or which contact or anything he makes his actual false targeting harassment calls on real people, you know, or even Carl himself, because you remember him and Carl often are calling the police on one another in each country. But I guess we'll see if Carl makes a video asking Floppy why he's lying. Because remember, he does those videos often with the music. He's always like, "Why are you lying? Why are you always lying?" As he's, attacking Floppy all the time, right? That's one of his favorite musical things to play while he's doing the attacks on Floppy. So I wanted to play a video and ask him why he's lying, always lying, when he's calling feds and trying to push narratives as he's actually targeting and harassing people who have called on him for targeting and harassing them in real life. And then pretending he's the victim, to try to get more content. Speaking of which, did Carl say he lost subs every time he mentioned my name? So does that mean Carl's more worried about subs and content? Then I don't know, getting the truth out there about people like Floppy who are always lying and calling the police on their victims and trying to flip the script and pretend they're the victim, surely not. Mm. Yeah, I don't understand what Carl's going on about. Carl wants to explain it in an adult manner. He's more than welcome to. But this is what it is. Shit. Resurrection. He wants to pretend he's a great. Waiting to pretend he's a victim. And really, all any PD or anybody else, Fed, etc., have to do is look at his own page and community page and all his vids, and then go back to the many calls that dude's made. Do you think when he calls, they don't know who the fuck he is? Literally, all his vids, every one of them feature me. They have for eons now. His entire group, every one Every one of them, especially since Dawn went to jail. All the channels, his little Build-A-Bears, parasites, his little group, and him. Oh, any PD detective or anybody else do is look at that. And then all they really got to do is go through the call logs and his horseshittery. And then his calls in. You remember the calls he made to the FBI about the dangerous bag of adult toys here in Tennessee that they had Ernie set up and drop off and such and such? Y'all remember that? He really called that into the FBI too. Remember that shit? Yeah. He's also been at the in the center of several false targeted calls about Summer towards us. The last times he was here and things, and at 110. Thing is though, look, the only reason he's quote afraid of it, like he don't want to face any consequences for what the hell he's done to real people around war crimes, etc. I don't care if feels about that, but they're trying to twist it to make it sound like he can go visit his friends. I give a shit. He can sit on 110 and spin on a dick all day long. He can go visit his buddies. But terrorizing, harassing, tormenting, or trying to falsely have me arrested, etc. And him playing victim so he doesn't face consequences for any of that. Ain't it, bro? Right? He can literally go on 110 and sit and spin all day long for I give a shit. But that does not make him any less dangerous when he's here to us. Right? It doesn't. And I know, the thing is, I know that there are others willing to speak for us and how everything around all this, how he and his nonsense on his being here, it's always looked for because of what kind of danger he presents to us every time he's here in person. Did y'all see me call in when we knew Dolly and others were here? Did you see me do that? We even knew Bones was on the ground, right? Not quite all what fuckery she was up to. I mean, I knew she was speaking with Freddie. Did I call in on that? Well, I mean, I did, but only after the bullshit, right? And how deep it was. But, I mean, did you see me like we knew she was coming here, right? Okay. Knew in advance. Andrew's not bad. Now, the fuckery she got up to once here, that was fucked up and foul. Trying to contact the son, doing the targeted pieces in cahoots with what is hold on, right? Part of Floppy's harassment of us. I guess she has to skirt away from the Cindy thing. I don't know. Anyway. And that right there shows you, man. Look, you got the dude that's got stalkers coming here. You know what I mean? All the things to harass us in real life. All the time. And part of the little group that does. We're all aware of it. Including law enforcement. Anyway, the point is, I also knew before this group come in and wanted to play patty cake with Monster and the walkthroughs and all that shit. That took place. Well aware of it. Didn't say if I could murder. You didn't see me calling in on that shit, did you? Oh, sure didn't. because I figured that was worked out between and whatnot and blah, touching that 10-foot pole. And then my shit. I knew about it though. But then I also knew that others had been told them that plays into yesterday. Uh, and it caused some fucking major issues about property, things like that. And also, anyway, and let's make no mistake, Fluffy's already mad right now. He's been mad for a bit. He's mad about some things that went down during that particular period with his little group of gang monster, true property owners in other words. That ain't my fucking problem. But I'll be damned if, you know, we take the risk of him being here in person and what he's done and how dangerous and volatile he is as not serious to us. It is serious. He is something else. And there were others around all this that hold more official capacities that were very concerned with our safety, and they stay that way each and every time that comes in and out for us. It ain't just us, bro. What do you mean, Bison? Oh, Bison, that might. We went over this. There might be a fucking screenshot off of Facebook or something somewhere throughout the years. Me being goofy that they can take out of context. Wow. Give a shit, man. We're long past those days of me giving a shit about them and fucking narratives and just some screen grab, man. They can push with bullshit. Just whatever, dude. That's what they do. Thing is, though, every time any of them do this shit, all they actually do is prove me right at what levels they go to. Simple as that. And it doesn't take people with some sort of mental level fucking IQs to get it or to see it. Or for those in the future who see or hear any of this that happen to find themselves in their own types of never expected Tuesdays, immersed moments, and vulnerable stuff, and it may save them from this pack of animals, which I hate to call them because animals are, you know what I mean, this pack of monsters, man. Will maybe save them, their families, community, etc., their cases, their loved ones. Because, like I said, you don't have to be a super genius. See it. So every time they do this, every single time, somebody sees it that gets it, right? And one at a time, it's better than none. And they can only spend so much narrative and lies to so many, and you know, So basically, every time they do this, or different versions of it, rinse, repeat, recycle, reset, and the depth they go to, it just proves it. Simple as that. They are their own worst enemies. And I'm pretty sure that what a couple of them are figuring out is that they are so tainted by what they've done for so very long around summer, and their family, community, church, families, all that. They are so tainted by it. And it's so far spread what they've done, who they are, how many cases they're connected to. I don't think they're ever going to come out from underneath it. And I really don't think that a couple of them will ever be able to latch on to another case in the way that they have Summers again. And I think they understand that. And they are clawing and fighting and digging to stay in Summers and to keep it propelled. Right? Keep it perpetuated, keep it going, because they know it's going to be the last thing they really do. Unless they can entirely skirt away, blah, 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 reinvent, come back. Nobody really call them out for who they were, under whatever icon and name, etc. But I think a couple of them are so tainted. They're now just basically internet jokes, and everybody knows to stay away from them. Notice, there's a lot of things to notice in all of it. The problem, though, is this, right? You notice the anti-tragedy tragedy pimps, right? They want to stay centered on like Bullhorn, Joe, or on them, right? Even though all of these operate as one group together in a way, you'll see the fighting, the preferred bits, blah, blah, but they do all operate as one. Just like when Bullhorn's on type of crime sleuth and admits to working with Silver Tongue / Shared. We all know the tiebacks to this. Yeah, I mean, it's a loop, right? All there. But, you know why they stay? Concentrate on those instead of this part of the tragedy pimps, like Slithers, Floppy, and the rest. They do that because they're tragedy pimps. Because views are following, subs following, chats following, hold on. But they're actually using them to build, right? And those they get more attention off of because those are on the ground. They're actually getting tragedy pimp by fucking News Nation, Nancy Grace, and such, whatever. And it helps them channel build. Whereas these goofballs over here are more of the criminal, the super criminal aspect. They get up to the worst shit on the ground. They're the cures, the money exchangers. They're the. But these are actually the worst part of the church. In a way. Right? I mean, Bullhorn can only blow so many bullhorns. Okay? While these over here for months can sit and dig and go real life on people. Everybody wants your eyes off of that aspect of how this group operates together. They're the money part of it. They're the everything part of it. Yeah. When you find an actual channel calling all of them out, putting them together, and how they go together. Not just centered on one of them all the time, but on all of them and how they fit together, grouping them all together for you, and listing how many cases and all the things they've done, and you know, maybe going and talking to real life people and the families and communities about what tragedy pimps, this whole group, what they've done in their lives, communities, frat guys and nuns, babysitters, etc. Right, neighbors. Then you'll have truly found a anti-tragedy pimp, somebody trying to change. Just how I feel about it. Otherwise, they're all just tragedy pimps, who were all tragedy pimps until it became popular to be anti-tragedy pimps because the money was falling otherwise. They're all still tragedy pimps. That's how I feel about it. Anyway, I don't know. It's been a weird day. Oh dear. What the hell did I just do? Nope. I've yet to see one either. Resurrection. Even the legit channels they were supposed to be calling out. Yeah, no, no. You don't see any of them calling all of them out and piecing them together and putting the effort into doing so, showing what all they've done throughout all these cases, putting it together just like a crime, because it is. It's a little criminal syndicate on YouTube that goes real life on real people around real open and active cases in very criminal ways. So when one of these cyber sleuths, one of these Scooby Doos out here, is actually serious and wants to do all of it, it might actually, like do some good for fucking humanity, right? And real missing and murdered children and real victims, survivors, fighters, right? That could truly help. You could help real families, real cases in that way. It could damn sure help save some people from very bad things like these tragedy pimps. It could help, honestly, find and save children, victims, survivors, etc., in a way that this crew of tragedy pimps would be known, they would be stopped, etc., and they wouldn't be able to get their little claws into real cases and screw them up to where answers and cases are so destroyed. Like, you know what I mean? So I think that at some point you'll find somebody, right, that's actually a creator that can do that in a way in which people can consume it easily, understand it easily, um, digest it, and figure out what the hell's going on, and help stop it and be like, oh, okay, this makes sense now, and no 8-hour lives necessary, etc., right? And, I think honestly, like, if somebody somewhere along the lines did that, um, they could at least on YouTube lay their head down at night knowing they were good human beings, and making a difference in the world, and potentially helping save real people, real cases, and in a way, maybe and possibly, getting word through in enough time that these people like this over here are not allowed to screw up case so quickly that time's wasted, squandered, misdirection, misinformation, all that. Because they start almost instantly as an Amber Alert's released. That's how quick they're doing what they're doing. Fact. And you've heard them admit to that yourselves. And look, you can see it. You can watch them. I mean, they will all the channels will immediately share every Amber Alert that comes out, and then they'll start speaking, and they hope each case is the case, right? Hits the heartstrings, do the thing to try to, everyone, and then they start contacting the families and trying to hit the ground, and pretending they're this and pretending that to contact a call, and writing it as soon as an Amber Alert. You can guarantee all of them shared out. They're right on the phones. They're looking up, property records around the area. They're looking up who lives where, phone numbers, quick, info grabs. Takes seconds for them. Every, and it does not take them long to figure it out and to start trying to make contact on the ground. And then to find local YouTubers in the areas to begin, eyes on the ground, and to get up stuff and to go do things for them. And all it takes is a quick criminal pull and background to see which of those YouTubers are more likely to be able to be wrapped up into shit, uh, pulled in, part of it is a very quick process. So, they have learned things, resurrection ranks. They have learned things. Just not the actual laws. And if you notice all that stuff, they're not really interested in those aspects, resurrection. And the only way you'll see them learn that type of thing is enough to where they can get by legally with the harassment, targeting, etc., right? Vague stuff where they, get away with and are not easily charged, right? That they do around the case. That's about as far as stuff goes, but otherwise, the only thing they really learn from each case is how to do the next one better, and what they need to know to weave in and out better, and to get up to worse shit, and to get up to worse shit, and worse shit, and bigger shit, and more money shit in each one. It's all they're really worried about learning. much like each case, notice they don't really change their MO either. They get as close as they can to, whatever family member will let them close, etc. And especially females, the female members. And they follow the same patterns. Um, Same exact playbook. Um, but they never really get anything, right? They never have that, oh, we solved this case, did whatever by being near. There's none of that. You never see them conducting real interviews or anything like that. Real anything. They're there for salacious stuff. Jerry Springer, they sell those things, they manipulate them to happen. They, blackmail, they introduce substances, etc. They do all kinds of things. Right? Um, all kinds of things. But they follow that same pattern in each case, and if they can manage it, they will. That's happened several times around here. And the latest version, the last one, you really truly see that. Semi-Idaho 4, but not quite. But they still almost managed to get there with one family. But I think that was just mainly because they fit a certain demographic and happened to already be partakers of this type of shit over here. But prior to that, it's basically Quentin Simon's case, right? Same pattern. But as Summers, oh dude, but if you notice, they don't care about even the basics. Oh, they'll get them long enough to be like, oh yeah, look at this, here it is. But then, like 3 weeks later, you'll catch them spinning a narrative on it, or twisting it, or turning it. 6 months later, they regurgitate it as something else. Same case, But they're interested in doing Jerry Springer with everything, right? Narratives, conspiracy theories, right? Whatever can make the drama that sells and destroys, whatever. Like tragedy involved. That's why you don't see real interviews, real credentials, real this, real that. You see them beating baby dolls in the face and having fake fights and, these soap opera resets and fake breakups and all these other goofy things, right? Calling in freaking dangerous bags of adult toys or Target on it. I mean, that's why you see all that you see. It ain't. Well, enhanced that one video's interrogation, but it still very much is Linda playing along. Everybody playing along on it. Except for what I suspect is Jenny and Adrian, who are missing out on a whole lot. But think that they're being given the reins and they feel a little powerful off of it. Meanwhile, the rest of the creators standing there watching that, feeding the baby birds. And Linda herself are well aware. It is not, it did not, I didn't miss the fact that they made sure to include the coleslaw messages either. Me. Or that the fake account for Monster shows up the night after court. And then that certain people put it out like it's the real one, even in their friendly clips. Or that in order to set off this cycle the other night, there are friendly places that put out clips where Floppy threatens Monster that he's stepping on properties and then sue K-Back. Ain't nobody missing none bullshit or lines insinuating that my little tragedy and all this. I don't miss as much as people think of. Even on my very bad. No, you should see what happened between that. Oh, the Feathers and the Karma channel. The date one up there. That was so. Whoa, what the fuck? Yeah, it's pretty groovy moment. Others. Oh, and this one back here in the back box. That's three on the same day, mate. Leaving comments conveniently enough on two of the worst tragedies, but each time they appear, it's something to behold. I've also put up with an entire, 15, 16 out of 19 months or so of watching the same particular name pop up in different ways with about 65 dozen owls in raincoats that didn't think I noticed the entire motherfucking time. That one name kept popping up and kept popping up and kept popping up and kept popping up. Messengers, friendlies, wannabe Gemmas, hacker associated goofballs, discords. Oh, some of the worst little critters. All the way from the first WJHL interview era with the fake cops, fake all that shit. Real stalkers, all that. But uh, oh yeah, that's been something to watch for all this time. It's always amused me. I kept waiting for that one to finally culminate into something, and I guess we're finally getting there. I've been trying to get there since right before Christmas, but it stop. Like, I was born just not yesterday. They do love their spy versus spy, super stealthy. Everybody's the greatest little hacker, and everybody's don't fuck with cats around here. I swear, something. There's something. Hmm. Yeah, the thing for me is I think people forget the don't fuck with cats people. Like, they were real ex-feds and shit. So, those people had real shit behind them. And common sense. Logic. More heart, soul. No tragedy them people. These people just are everywhere. A fucking mess. It's a whole lot. So weird. Alright, so anyway, um, I really feel awful. Absolutely awful. Yeah, wow. Oh, look, it's jelly. We're just gonna block that. Oh, he's got something that one, doesn't it? Mm, yeah. Mm, oh dear. I don't know what that is. Oh, there's some funny ones. Y'all are hilarious tonight. Anyway, back here looking. Oh, dear Lord. Anyway, I really am exhausted. What the? Oh, that's what they've been talking about. It's like, excuse me, okay. I thought they were just talking about screenshots from random ones across the. Okay, I got it. I got it. These people never cease to amaze. All the weird ass channel names. But anyway, it's fine. No, I thought they were just making social commentary. Turns out no, they're talking about an actual channel. Hell, you know what? I think that's what I'm. if you wonder what I'm talking to, that would be Wachowski, who has suddenly decided, my Lay's potato chips would be a nice cat bed. I guess they have to sell you a bag full of air or something, right? That extra giant for the bag, or you know, who knew that it was not about potato chips and all, it's about cat bed. So much for those potato chips. Wachowski, you are full breath. Yeah, my assumption right now, resurrection. I have the giant bag of Lay's chips folded into what resembles a square and flat. I think the square shape drew in Wachowski. It was more my magic.
Cheddar pizza.
You
Love don't give no compensation. Love don't pay no bills. Love don't give no indication. Love just won't stand still. Love kills, drills you through your heart. Love kills, scars you from the start. It's just a little faster, ruin your heart like stay for a lifetime. Don't let me go, 'cause love won't leave you alone. Ain't no reservation, love is no square deal. Hey, love don't give no justification. Like cold steel, love kills, drills you through your heart. Love kills, scars you from the start. It's just a little faster, burning your lifeline, gives you a hard time. Won't let you go, 'cause love won't leave you alone. Hey, look at the door shut, an invitation to your eye. Hey, love kills. Play with your emotions, up an invitation to your heart. Love kills, love kills. Stay ship is waiting, all systems are go. Are you sure? Control is not convinced, but the computer has the evidence. No need to abort. The countdown starts. Watching in a trance, the crew is certain, nothing left to chance. All is working, trying to relax. Up in the capsule, simply up a drink. Jokes, Major Tom. The count goes on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Everything knows. 15 falling, floating waves. Falling, falling. Oh. Second stage is cut. We're now in orbit. Stabilizers up. Running perfect. Starting to collect. Requested data. What will it affect? When all is done. Thinks Major Tom. Back at ground control. There is a problem. Go to rocket school. Not responding. Hello, Major Tom. Are you receiving? Turn the thrusters on. We're standing by. There's no reply. 4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below us. 15 falling. Floating waves. Calling, calling. Across the sky, a final message is my wife, my love. Then nothing more. Far beneath the ship, the world is mourning. They don't realize he's alive. No one understands, but Major Tom sees how the light commands. This is my home. I'm coming home. Every hour, 15 falling, floating waves, coming home. Every hour, 15 falling, floating waves, coming home. Pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettuce men. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends. We drink the fire from the fountain and piss excellence. Open stores, open doors like a Trojan horse. No remorse, I make law fact my college course. Making seconds of records of textures you could never touch the circle I roll and you overstepped your effort. I'm the shepherd of leopards, I'll pull you back together. You fall apart, I'll build it back with better. I'm a scoundrel with my pen works adventures. My punchlines are too raw for glass jars and dentures. You think you've seen madness? Well, I am the center. I'm only happy in the summer. Watch out now, come and be wiper. Hey, by now, not going under. Oh, not gonna let you go. me watch you. Watch out now. Come and be watching. Namaste. It's marijuana, damn, namaste, namaste. And Dolly Mama, cause I'm searching for better days. Tijuana, I'm cutting through this bullshit with my switchblades and katanas, cause I've learned something from years ahead hunting. If I got something to say, then I'ma say something. I'm glutton for all these beatings and fighting for what I'm loving. If the whole world's throwing us stocks, I keep on trucking, yeah. I ain't got time for y'all to get your heads right. I'll find some rope and you can go and hang tight. It's getting dark, dark as fucking midnight. This beat swinging so hard, we in a fist fight. Tippy tippy toe, watch me dip and roll round the corner, round another level. Watch my indigo, I be switching colors, red, green, and gold. I'm speaking the truth, and now I'm spitting heavy waters on the floor and the road. It's like shotgun. Come and be water. It's I now, not going under. Oh, not gonna let you go. Oh, be what you watch out now. Be watching. Gonna run down the bad man today. Gonna run down, gonna hunt down the bad man like that. Gonna stand up, gonna come round for fire place. Gonna run down the bad man today. Tell the ragamuffin man they not play. My blood I never want, I gotta come anyway. You know the struggling ain't living, so the hustle comes easy. So listen up when they hear me say, watch out now. Look, maybe watch it, maybe watch it. It's out now. Not going under. Oh, not gonna let you go. They want you
Well, it looks like they have the exact model in to a T100. Not just a random red Tacoma. And there is a difference between a Tacoma and a T100. And it looks like the T100 only managed to sell 20,000 units in the years available. Has a lighter body, etc. Than yeah. But so in that regard, it shouldn't be too hard to figure out who narrow that down. Gotta tell you though, sure everything with that. Instead of such a needle in a haystack sort of. But I mean, I guess it could be taken as one since it's kind of like a free, but they replaced it with Tundra. So anything's a possibility, Jackie. But honestly, around here, there are so many of them. You wouldn't have to put it anywhere. I mean, literally, go down to the store and I have pictures of it. Every one of the damn parking spaces but one is a red or burgundy Toyota Tacoma. School lanes filled with them. They're everywhere. Fucking everywhere. And honestly, with that many people driving them around here, how the hell would somebody know if they were the one? You know what I mean? I wonder that a lot. Like maybe some assholes really driving around having no clue that they are the one witness law enforcement is looking for. They could break Summer's case open. Maybe there really is some just random asshole that thinks the same thing. They're like, well, there's a million of these red trucks here locally. I know they ain't talking about me, you know what I mean? Like, hell, there's probably 93 through Beach Creek that day. You know what I mean? Type of thing. And that person's just like, nah, surely. Right? Sometimes I wonder that. Or if they even are aware. I don't know how they could. I don't know. I don't know. But don't you like how that is the actual one witness that's been named, but this place has made him suspect? And she just love that. This place place has a way with shit. Can't distinguish between PIs and suspects, but it can, and there's no list for those either, or how far, or how many that, none of that, right? But they're given, well, two witnesses in a way, I guess, right? They're told the red truck person is a witness, and they're told the person that reported the red truck's witness, right? And then everybody ignores that poor fella until Athena Strands, right? And then they're like, wait, wasn't there somebody that delivered the mail in Beach Creek? You know, was there a package guy involved? Oh, what? And it was like, holy shit, are you kidding me? And then they started trying to make the package guy suspect. Even though he clearly been stated as a witness, I was like, oh shit, you know. This place has a way about it, doesn't it? It has a way about it. It has a way about it. But literally, if you think about how goofy that is, this place has spent how long now eating us alive over this red truck thing, but they're calling that person a witness. Yet this place is like, no, and eating us alive just because they have literally made everybody forget that the red truck person is the only, like, person they really called witness. Interesting, isn't it? It's like fucking tragedy films. Now, does that mean I believe necessarily that the red truck's a witness? Only? I don't know. It's not for us to decide. It's an LE thing. We're all aware. The black car, right? No, I don't. Be either. And it's always with every case. Could be either or. Never know. That was your sarcasm I rolled just in case anyone did get it. Carlos, do you have nobody better to troll tonight? There are really rooms at hundreds tonight. Hundreds. You picked over here with 54 watching. Have you been banned everywhere? You have, haven't you? I know damn good well you've been getting banned from everywhere. That's why you're over here. You can't troll nowhere else. They've all got you on the block list in their damn boxes and they won't let you out. You gotta stop trolling at this rate, Carlos. Right, Carlos. Okay. You feel better today, Carlos? What's your needful thing, Carlos? Mm, yeah. Who's us? Who the fuck are you, Carlos? Bullhorn Betty? So tell me, Carlos, what's your needful thing? Why do you do this online? Did you go to work today? Spend time with your family, your loved ones? You married? Kids? Heavy animals? Make a call to an old friend? What'd you get up to today, Carlos? Alright, Carlos. Carlos wants to put this out into the universe. That's good. Self-care. You realize that we're all adults here, right? That should be. We're not 4, 5, 10, 12. Grown adults. I don't still think that's a thing. So tell us, Carlos, what's your needful thing? What makes you do this for entertainment? Nothing. That's nice, Carlos. Thanks for showing to class. Okay. So you get paid. Alright. That seemed like a good way down. Nice. Y'all do realize who Carlos is. Like, it's pretty widely known, Carlos. In case you're wondering, I've never been introduced. Okay. You man at like, should I point out what the reason is behind that? What is that supposed to do? What is it intended? I don't really know. That's supposed to be like triggered or upset. I guess now I'm supposed to care. Bullhorn. Newsflash, Carlos. I told that entire group a very long time ago to go fuck off. Unlike everybody else around summer. I told them to fuck all the way off. I wouldn't meet them and I wouldn't play patty cake with them. So, wow. They don't like me. Oh my gosh. I'm fucking dead. Dear. You see it? The tears just rolling down my face. Nail. Okay, Carlos. I don't care where you get paid by, Carlos. Doesn't surprise me any. Anyway, what's the point of this, Carlos? Where are we going with this? Can we just skip all the middle bullshit and you get to whatever your point is? What is the point? Hmm? I mean, I can save you time, you can save me, whatever the hell this is. No, Carlos. We don't do. Anyway, so what's your point, Carlos? Would you get, I mean, like, can we just jump to the grand finale, honestly? Because all this middle shit is just filler. I'm not sure where you're going with it, but can we just get to the grand finale? I bet this is what hooking up with a guy from the bar's like. And just like, is it over yet? Is that all? Okay. So you think this is somehow okay? I'm gonna need you to take your interrogation troll techniques and teach them to the real profilers, card team members, FBI, TBI, LE, and stuff we've been face to face with. Oh, it's been rough, Carlos. dealing with you. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Please do contact them and tell them about your interrogation techniques. YouTube style. You and Floppy will make a great pair. Did you just say Carl was on flops? Oh dear. Well, that escalated quickly. So does this mean his channel is still going down in like 3 days? Are they arguing? What's happening? Because I'm not clicking that button. They're buddies now? Oh my god. What? No. Carl of the whole 19 months he hates fucking Floppy is suddenly with this magical. What the fuck did you say? Oh dear. Floppy, part of the scamathon. Floppy, who ordered the handoffs and all that, the Carl and all them been working on. The who brought 423 Chase had everything to do with all the things is suddenly friends with the. No. No. You don't say. These shitballs. Wow. Holy shit. That was a good time. I'm shocked, I tell you. I'm shocked. No. Wait for it. It shocked me at all. Told y'all, all these channels are never what they appear to be. All I'm saying, never have been. I'm not shocked in the least, because believe it or not, I hold something. Well, they probably hold the phone calls or the actual truth. But here's the fucked up part. Yeah, and unlike them, I don't play everything for the public. Okay. And there's a reason we of all people got that manifesto note. After I was like, alright, I want receipts on the shit you all did in our names, whatever, right? Because it's that or I'm place. Yeah. Then we get the manifesto. I was like, whatever kinds of illegal shit y'all were doing in our name. Man, Then we get the manifesto, blackmail, and crazy shit and letter that they're still following to a T, right? To try to destroy our lives, us, etc., to keep us from reporting. You know what they've been saying from certain places all this time to all of you all about they're working on and supposedly doing whatever but failing to put everybody into the little ring, right? She knows all the people and players and shit like that. Oh, I kept taking them. You know how I told you that some places are designed to make you feel like things are being done so you don't do anything about them? To make you feel like they're all being taken care of. I've known since the very beginning that these people were told to go fuck off. That the only real people that could report that shit was myself and the kids in the biggest of ways. And that's why you've seen this extreme inset. And the manifesto, blackmail, threatening letter, come immediately after that, and then they just extreme pushed in. Told y'all. And there's a reason that nobody ever actually reached out to me. All kinds of players were forever left out. People were doxing, but also helping hide. Or telling people to change their identities real quick because they were just getting doxed their old Facebooks or their old address. Keeping them safe while pretending. Shit just went sideways, y'all. Uh-oh. I'm just not going to in the least. And don't tell me my smart assery earlier somehow ticked Carl of the jumping up and down man. Ticked him off so badly he suddenly was like, Floppy's my friend. Y'all have seen the arguments between him and TM and the screaming fights, and you have seen how him and Floppy talk to one another and the screaming fights and the way they treat each other and the mad shit they talk. All I was a smart ass. Simple as that. So don't tell me I done pushed him over the edge and into Floppy territory. I ain't gonna buy it shit either. The hell. Y'all do the math. Are you telling me they screamed for him to grab a link? Ah, what the fuck? Yeah, peace pugs. You remember how I said that about the time that TM and AB scuttled over there, all frenzied up, and then suddenly the Jody Shoes lost interview that wasn't long, it was just the damn rest of the video came back. Remember that? And I've been sworn, oh no, I didn't give him it. Even though Carl and the group, they record everything. But nobody has the last 10 minutes of that live, allegedly, supposedly. But they had the lost interview. You don't know why? Because it made money in game. You break. Why is Carl selling Orange County? Why ain't he selling like UK CBD? Anybody know? I don't know. Yeah, they forgot. They had to get that off there somehow. And then they brought it back out as, oh, well, somebody just got all the audio. I believe they said Icy or someone, I forget which one it was, allegedly actually gave it up, but I watched the progression of events there. And all the shit that never made sense. That's why I was hella startled with them actually interfering in such a way that they got all the bullshittery with CHRS, right? And there is, that's the thing. Like, there really is a scamathon that really took place. Okay? True story. But the problem was always what was siphoned off. Never what was actually finally given over. Never issue. All the illegal shit done in their names, that was an issue. The P.O. box and the handoffs, floppy orders, that was an issue. You know what I mean? But instead, everybody else hammers in on it, what it, you know, and then this weird doofus lawsuit, but then also saying that Fizz and the gang are trying to set up Churchill, the mayor, Lawson, and all them. Yeah, I can't imagine why I wouldn't touch that particular part of that was a shit show. I mean, like, and knowing what I've known the whole time in the background and what I have recorded. So he did used to yell about AB's on the CBD and how it's wrong and blah. I've got those recordings. I, I, yeah, then there's the vendors where it lays down until for some reason it's time to target or bring back up the scamathon. It's filler because no other super drama is going on, or they want me distracted for some reason, or talking about something, or seeing what I have on them. And if I'll share it, and if I'll tell them who or where I'm contacting, or what this is, or what that is. Oh, yeah. Skippy Doos are fucking fantastic at what they do. But now watch, wait for it. There'll be somehow Jody Sue did X, Y, B, or just any other. Blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. Like most things around here, I know exactly where I stand. What has or has not been done. And they're bullshittery, they're clips, and they're just garbage. They're make this look like, hey, wanna buy it? So be it. I don't give a shit. Wow, that's pleasant. Inks pickle. Jackie, I feel so sick I can't really sleep. But I really want some sleep. Yeah. It just don't feel very good. I haven't for days. And the yawning is because I'm not getting enough oxygen because my blood flow is not too hot right now. Because of my pre-existing and such health issues. And I know what those are. That way they can't call another bullshit in trying to say they're whatever. I'm sorry. Blah, 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 blah. I got this. My doctor said this. I'm just really tired. I'm sick. And honestly, this is about the best I've felt for a few days. So, anyway. So now that we've established that that's fucking hilarious. Allegedly, supposedly. I'm not clicking that button to go even verify that. I don't care. No, I gotta tell you, way, way back in the time machine, when all this first started, no one has moved through it. Yeah, everything was real, but there's very few things that could be done other than big things, but those have to be done by law enforcement. And I assume are being, okay? Very much so. Uh, but being told the opposite of what the phone calls a certain channel was playing for you and trying to make it sound a certain way. Was telling everybody over here it was all fine, they were working on, but knowing the entire time in the background, and that I hold the calls where they name these particular folks as being full of shit, just being told to fuck right off. So, but them only playing a peaceful attitude. They can make things do all kinds of pretty things over here. What are you talking about that? Oh dear.